Welcome to Daily Google News. This is Kasim here with a frequent flyer actually on the YouTube channel. Everybody knows Glen. Glen, you're awesome, man. Appreciate you being here.
Kasim used to
Yeah.
be a regular with the Friday Lives with John until we canned him.
Yeah,
Jump in there and have a bit of fun.
I remember that. I just have to ask, tell me about your coffee cup. Who is that?
Really?
Oh, it's
I'm
blurry now.
blurring it out. Maybe it's not safe for work.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
No, it's Rick and Morty. It's Rick.
Oh, there we go.
Rick. Love
Bam.
Rick and Morty.
I had to know. So Glen, you and this isn't pandering. I think you're the most learned person as it relates to AI that I know personally. I don't know anybody else who has their finger to the pulse the way you do. I don't know how or when you find the time, but every time something new comes out in AI, I hear about it from you first, and then 2 weeks later, I hear about it from the world. Like, you just seem to be hooked up straight to the drip. And so that's what we're going to talk to you about today and you actually put in our agenda, AI stuff and stuff.
That's it. AI stuff and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm excited. So, and you said in particular, AI agents and chain of thought reasoning. I don't know what that means.
Chain of thought reasoning and autonomous agents. And that's just the tip of the iceberg.
So autonomous agents would be locally hosted AI bots that do things that you want them to do, right?
Well, they don't have to be locally hosted. There's already some products out there where there's GUIs, graphical user interfaces, that you can log in, create accounts, and they create multiple bots that work together. So this has been proliferating probably in the last few weeks, the autonomous agents. So there's a couple of big baby AGI was one, agent GPT. There's a whole heap of them. Agentverse, AutoGen, AutoGPT, Cody, ChatDev, DevGPT, Flowise, God Mode, NextGPT. They're starting, and Microsoft have just released theirs called, I think it's AutoGen. So what it is, most of these are installed on your local computer. The problem that ChatGPT has had, except in the last few days, now Bing's been incorporated back into the Pro, is the inability to connect straight to the net. The only way you could do it is via the plugins. With these autonomous agents, you go to GitHub, download it, install it. Everything's run through the command line, so you sort of have to be comfortable in typing in commands. It's old school coding back in the day, where you had brought up the black window and typed in code CD, you basically typed code in there, and it installs locally on your PC. Then what happens is you give it a task. So you might say, we'll use an example. I'm looking to open a business in a particular niche. It might be weight loss in New Zealand, for argument's sake. I want to create a weight loss product in New Zealand. Find me an underserved niche and provide evidence to support that. So what happens is then in that prompt, the autonomous agents go, right, I'm going to be the researcher and I'm going to start researching that. And then another agent is created. So you might have 4 or 5 agents, and they're all doing completely different things. And one goes off and does this, and one goes off and does that.
Are you creating each individual agent, or is
No, this just happens. So based on the task, it's going, okay, well, you're looking for a research team. So, but in a research team, there might be 4 or 5 in a team. So what these things are doing, depending on what you're asking it will go, oh, you need this task done. We're going to create a small business team for you. And it might create 4 or 5 different agents, and off they go. And they just go away and they do this thing. Now, this could go for 20 or 30 minutes, and you just sit there and watch it. And it's going.
And you're seeing browser tabs open up and applications fire?
No. It's all just done by the command interface. Now there's one called ChatDev, and it's like this little game. There's a little room with little people, and there's the CEOs at his desk, and there's this person's here and this person's here, and they're walking around and they're doing things, and you're seeing everything going on. But what they do is they talk to each other. They're saying, hey, I've got this information, go and research this. They go, great, thanks for that. And then these agents are communicating. So these bots, this AI is communicating.
And you're watching it happen in the UI.
You're watching it happen. And then it will come back and it'll go, here's our findings.
Now, are the findings any good? Like, have you played with these enough to know? Okay. I mean, you'd rely on them for business decisions.
Yes. If people are making business decisions and finding areas of opportunity using these autonomous agents. Now, as you and I said before this meeting, this is the worst it's ever going to get.
Right.
And the rate at which these autonomous agents are coming out, it's like a new ones coming out every week. There's one that I've used, I think it's called Agent GPT. I've got
I have that pulled up. Is it agentgpt.reworked?
Yep.
.ai.
Okay.
Yep.
So it's free. You can create a free account, or you can pay a template, a monthly fee. But have a look at the templates. You'll see these templates there, and you go, okay, I want to industry GPT or brand GPT or platform GPT. Everything's ready to go. You just give it the prompt, and away it goes. This is one that's got a UI. There's a lot of others that you have to download and install on GitHub. But this is, so the way that this is working, and I was speaking with Leandra about this a couple of weeks ago. What this is doing, and if I was in any sort of management role, I'd be very nervous at the moment, because what these autonomous agents will be able to create a business of all of the people who run the business and the decisions they make, and they all talk to each other and help each other. Now, these things are only getting better and better and better. What they've been seeing is that these autonomous agents are learning from what the other autonomous agents are doing. So I'll give you an example. When they first started with this, they got they're running these autonomous agents with Minecraft, on the game Minecraft. So these things are running by itself, and you sit there and watch this Minecraft game, and there'd be all these people in Minecraft, and they said, oh, we're going to build a house, right? What do we need? We need wood, we need bricks, we need this and this. Okay, I'll go and get the wood. I'll go and get. So off they'd go and do these things, and they'd come back and they'd talk and go, all right, I've got my 5 wood. John, have you got your 3 bricks? No, I've only got 1. Okay, well, you keep going with that, and we'll go off and do this. And so as they were doing these tasks, they'd come back, and John had still only got 1 brick, and they're going, John, what's going on? They're going, I've got to make a brick, but to get brick, I've got to get mud and this and this and this. They go, oh, there's a lot more work involved than what you have to do than we did. We'll help you now. Wow. So they change, and they come in and go, okay, we'll help you. So these autonomous agents were learning, going, oh, this guy needs assistance. Let's go and help him. And they worked as a team to get towards the common goal.
Now, are they learning? They're learning in-app. So here's my box, and I've created my autonomous agents, and I'm building my Minecraft castle, and they're learning from each other in-app. Let's say you've got a box building a Minecraft castle too. Is there any cross-pollination of that learning? Is there a central repository that takes all the learning that we're doing and then kind of amalgamates it?
Yes, as long as it's going towards the common goal. And
it's going to get better on an exponential scale.
Yes.
With every task anybody does, it iterates not just the task, but also the bots. And the next time you try to do that task, it's going to be better.
It's going to be better because it's learned from that task. So once it's done it once, it's going, oh, okay, we can do that better next time.
That's
and now all of a sudden this, yeah.
So let me challenge something that you said twice, which I agree with, by the way. This challenge is just, it's just good academia to ask. You've said this is the worst it's ever going to be. It's only ever going to get better. What if, because it's iterating and it's iterating off of human input, let's say that you have 10 people all asking it to write emails, because I noticed one of the templates here in Agent GPT is email GPT, compose a concise and detailed email. You ask 10 people to write emails. Let's say 2 are really good copywriters. And when it's writing the email, the 2 are giving it good feedback, good iteration, good updates, likes the emails. 8 are garbage copywriters, and the feedback, and they actually end up with garbage emails. Is it possible that the iteration is actually a downward cycle based off of the aggregate average of the users?
So this is where prompting comes into play. And prompting has been the buzzword for months now with AI. Prompts are everything. And you've hit the nail on the head. The thing with a prompt is you could type the same prompt into ChatGPT or whatever. It might be Claude, it could be Poe, it could be Llama or whatever. And you could type that same prompt in 10 times and get 10 different responses. And that's always been the complaint with these AI agents is they have a propensity to be random,
inconsistent.
And I've seen this myself. I'm heavy into trying to develop some code using ChatGPT, using Google Cloud, connecting with Google Ads interfaces, and trying to get chatbots and to integrate with their data so we can analyze their data. And the problem that I'm finding is when you're typing in the prompt and it'll give you the responses and you go, oh, that's not working. Oh, sorry. And they'll give you another response. You go, why didn't you give me that first time? That is the complaint. Now, this is something, and everyone's in Google Ads is using AI to create ad copy. Everyone's doing it. There's no secret to this. However, in the world of, as you and I both know, copy is everything. And I think Ryan has even said it that he who is a better copywriter will win. It's how you use your words. So if you think about it, and I've developed these prompts that I use, and I've been sharing it with our team. There are some amazing copywriters. Gary Halbert, what's his name? Chow, that wrote a copy for Apple. I've got about 13, and I say in my prompt, write me ads in the style of these people. And they know that now it goes, oh yeah, he was famous for this and this and this. So you are now saying, I want this thing, but I want you to do it this way, like this person. And it goes, oh yeah, I know what that person is. So this AI knows everything about the avatar or the personality that you're saying, I want you to do this. So that's the problem a lot of people are using is they're saying, I want you to do this task. It can do that task, but you're not being specific enough. I want you to do this task like this, or how this person would do it. And I want it done this way. So it becomes more of a multi-prompt. And if you were to, and I'll share, if you want, I'll share you my prompts. I've been sharing it with our team. So our specialists, my prompt for ads is about this long. It's gigantic. And it's just like, it's got to be like this and it's like this, but I want to use these and write it this way. And it's got to be like this. And I pretty well get what I want 99% of the time. A couple of backwards and forwards, but I've nailed it. I've got the copy I want, how I want it.
How long until autonomous agents can just manage a Google ad campaign?
Well, that leads me on to my next point is determinism. So how long? That is going to be the question. The rate at which, well, everyone knows of Moore's law. Every 18 months or 12 months, doubles. CPU speeds get faster and faster and faster. Yeah. This appears to be a very similar thought behind AI. So Mo, you obviously know Mo Goodate, used to be the CBO of Google. Yeah. So he had a really, really good interview a couple of weeks ago, and he was talking about the development of AI and how it is now. Now, until GPT-3 came out, no one said, oh yeah, they're doing AI, Google's doing AI, we're not really sure about it. But until GPT-3 came out, people could take or leave AI, couldn't they? They didn't really know what it was. It's been around for years. It wasn't until GPT-3 came out with the UI that everyone went, oh my God, AI's here, AI's here. Now, it's been evolving since then. It is going to be, at this stage, GPT-4 and GPT-5, when it comes out, it's probably going to be smarter than, Einstein. That's what they're foreshadowing. Mo has basically said that this AI is going to be eventually, and we don't know how close it's going to be, maybe in 5 years, 1 billion times smarter than us. 1 billion. So in terms of AI is going to be like us to an ant. We will have no idea. We will have no understanding of what this thing is conceptualizing or doing. That is the scary part, because an ant can't fathom anything that's going on in our head, And that's where they're seeing this going, is that AI is eventually going to be so good and smart that we will have no concept of what it's doing. Now, that leads me on to determinism. Have you ever seen a show called Devs, D-E-V-S? Watch it. It came out in 2020. Now, this was before any of there was any inclination of AI. And I don't want to give away what happens, but I believe that eventually what is happening with AI, it's becoming a prediction engine. You can already see it. Do you remember when you first discovered Midjourney, or you discovered any of these image creators, right? So when you type a prompt in, you'd get something and go, sort of looks like what I'm after, sort of. And then you learned more about prompting, and you gave it more context, and you go, oh, it's getting better and better and better. How good are they coming out now? Like when you type a prompt in, you go, wow, that's amazing. That's pretty well what I'm after. I'll just tweak that a little bit. These AIs are learning. They're becoming deterministic. They are determining. Okay, put it this way. Human psychology and behavior there's textbooks everywhere. There's professors, there's psychologists. This AI will know exactly how humans think and how they work. So
I've already noticed that with ChatGPT, when I first started having conversations with it, it was wrong often.
Yes.
Now, when it's wrong, I realize I didn't prompt it right.
Yeah.
Meaning it's actually never wrong. I'm wrong. And it's basically batting 1,000, like it's perfect.
Well, it's getting better all the time.
Right.
And it's learning from its mistakes it's making. So
right. It's learning from the mistakes I'm making, which is actually kind of scary. Yeah.
Yeah. So then theoretically, what if you were to extrapolate that forward, then you would go, well, eventually nothing will be random. It will know, oh, cool, but you're doing this based on your previous behavior and where you want to go, then this is what's going to happen next. And it'll predict. It's going to be able to predict what things are going to, what we are going to be doing, or what's going to happen in the future. It will become so good at understanding. So you know how I hear you and Ralph talk about, the 72 million psychographic things that Google has on us. Now we work in Google Ads all the time.
Decades old data. It's gotta be trillions.
That's
now,
right.
Like, yeah.
But we work in Google Ads all the time, and you look at your campaigns and go, seriously, Google?
Right.
Like, you think, really, you're supposed to be this. This is again. It will eventually know Google will exactly know when we're going to be doing things and when we're going to be buying. Now, Genesis is literally couple of weeks away, which is Google's next iteration of Bard.
Yeah. And
they reckon that this version of it is going to blow GPT out of the water. Now, Copilot was just released by Microsoft on Tuesday, which with Windows 11, it's ChatGPT into your computer. So this is basically you just to say to your computer, "Oh, do this for me," and go, "Okay." So you just talk to your computer.
Remember that little paperclip in the old Microsoft? It's what the paperclip was supposed to be, right? Like it was like it actually works. This one.
Yeah, and so Copilot is released for Windows. It's going to be coming into the Office suite in November. There's another version, and this is where this is going to blow our industry away, is what Google is releasing. You can plug in your data, and I've seen this in a demo. Microsoft, you plug in, just say we grab our Google data, put it into Power BI, here's our data. And you talk to this thing and say, create me a report with all the metrics for the last 30 days, conversions, cost, CPA, ROAS, go. And this thing comes out in 2 or 3 seconds. And then you just start talking to it. Okay, what
new products do I need to order?
Well, not that, but if you're looking at from a Google Ads perspective, I'm always looking at things. So how can we use this to better make us better at what we do with Google Ads. So you can then, and I've been working on this for months and using ChatGPT and looking for patterns. What patterns can we see? What sort of trends are we seeing in our data that we can capitalize on? Or like, oh, there's a search trend here that's improving, and your CPC is going up here or going up there. You just talk to it and it'll start digging into the data and say, oh, I found this. I can see this correlation, or there's this causation here. I've seen it. It's there. It's like, and you're like, oh my God, that's mind blowing. That is going to change what we do and make our jobs so much easier. It's insane.
Easier and harder at the same time, because like, you know, we're competing. There's 5 people in bidding in this fake organic ecosystem I just made up. All 5 of them are going to have this same tool. And so it's like, you know, we were all toddlers at this little paintball fight, and now all of a sudden we've been thrown into the Coliseum and everybody's got a nuke, you know?
Yes, yes. Yeah. But it's going to be the ones that think laterally, think outside the square. How can we best use this tool to make what we're already doing better? It's not going to just make you amazing. You've already got to be at a stage where you're good at what you do, or you're already at a good phase. It'll just make you better. So, and this is something that Mo said as well. He said the AI is coming. It's going to, and this has been put out there all year, it's going to take our jobs. It's going to take our jobs. Yes, it is. But if you saturate yourself, you get into this, or whatever industry you do, or whatever you want to do, know this thing like the back of your hand. You need to be in the top 20%. 2 out of 10 people are going to stay in that industry, but you got to make yourself the best in that industry to stay in that industry, because eventually the rate at which this is evolving, it's going to be able to automate so many things. Like you said, Google's just going to get better and better. It's already started doing it, creating copy for us inside the ads. It's going to get better and better at it. Videos, images,
targeting,
everything.
Yeah.
And audiences, like, it's going to know where people are in the buying cycle and know when they're ready to buy. Like, it's already, and you and I both knew that it's already there from a Google Ads perspective or a marketing perspective. It already knows where we are in the buying cycle to a certain extent, but due to the determinism, as this, like I was saying, deterministic behavior, it's learning. This whole thing is learning. Why do you think we can get all these things for free? It's getting this data and it's learning from us. Yeah.
Glenn, I have to cut us short because we're at the end of time, but I'm curious as to whether or not you're interested in, and if our listeners and viewers are interested in, us doing a regular AI session and series.
Sure. Yeah. Like I said, I've only just touched the surface here. We can pick a tool, deep dive into it. I can share screen, show you what I'm doing, what I'm playing with, what I'm doing with ChatGPT, the plugins I'm using. I'm using ChatGPT a lot with a plugin called Notable, which writes Python code for me. It's a really good tool. It's one of these things. Oh, it's a great tool. How do I use it?
All right.
And that's the thing. Like, what can you use? Now, I've been uncovering a couple of, like, when you look at something and you go, what about this? We've been testing CPC ranges and breaking out CPC ranges. So we get the AI to say, we give it a whole heap of search term data and say, give me all the CPC ranges. And they go, yep, this is them. And give me all the metrics. Give me the metrics. Then we create these heat maps and we go, oh, geez, there's a nice sweet spot there. Look at that. Imagine if we doubled down that. So now in Sol 8, and I've been chatting with John about this, I said, what if we did this strategy? And he's like, do it, test it. So we're doing shit that, pardon my French, you might
say shit all the time.
But we're testing things at the moment that we didn't even know, but ChatGPT said, oh, what about these things? And then you start thinking, what if we use this strategy doing this? And you go, oh, that's interesting. So it'll uncover a little nugget, and then you just go, what about this? What about this? You just ask more questions. So we're testing some stuff at the moment that I haven't seen people doing, but that's what these things can do. They can uncover some data in there that you didn't really think about utilizing.
Yeah. Let's do a weekly session. Are you down?
Yeah.
All right. If you're watching this, Glenn and I are going to do a weekly session on AI. He's going to come with the tools that he's been building or using and teach us how he's using them. Hit us in the comments if there's any things specific that you want to know more about. But Glenn, this was freaking fascinating. I super appreciate your time, man. Thank you.
No worries, mate. Good to see you again.
Yeah, you too.
Hey everyone, this is John Moran. Today we're going to be talking about demand gen campaigns and why they might look like they're doing better than they actually are. Always verify things with data. That's what this is going to teach us. So we have a campaign that has been running for a little over 3 weeks with a client now, and it's a demand gen campaign here. Now we spent in the last 30 days, since it hasn't